Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. As I continue to work through the ABRSM Grade 6 Music Theory Workbook, let's take a look at question 3B, Exercise 10. In question 3B, we are required to compose a short freestyle melody in the style of a given opening extract. In this particular exercise, we are given the opening bars of a lament for violin in the key of E minor, but there are hints at a modal tonality. In the full lesson, I discuss the heritage of such a lyrical piece, and I suggest a modulation to the relative major key before returning to the tonic minor, again with reference to this hint at a modal tonality. I give tips and hints on how to structure your composition and how to maintain thematic unity in your melody, and how to make use of fragments of the opening extract. The full lesson can be found on my Patreon channel. If you visit patreon.com/Sharon Bill, you can find the full lesson there, and you can find links to this lesson in the cards and in the description box. After this short little video, you can see sample examples taken from the full Patreon lesson, showing you how I guide you through the entire composition progress and how I help you note by note, bar by bar. Everything you need to understand this advanced level music theory can be found in my Harmony and Composition textbook. This book is available from Amazon, and you can find links to this in the cards and in the description box below. Enjoy your studies. The only confusion slightly here is this lower auxiliary note is the seventh and it's not raised, and so we've got a sort of a modal feel kind of in the natural minor. That seems appropriate, however, for this lament. And the word lament, I think it doesn't leave a lot to guess. It's sad and it's slow. So we're not going to be worrying too much about accidentals because we're not worrying about this raised seventh, but we do need to sort of make sure that we keep in mind where the tonic is, to keep referring back to that. So we've got a chord 1, E, G, B, quite clearly, with a little lower auxiliary note, and then a chord 5, albeit without the raised seventh. Now here we've got a passing note, so we can guess that our next note is going to have to be this, whatever happens. And I usually find that I'm going to want to modulate. So here's bar 4. I'm going to want a 5-1 in G major by this point, and then I want to wander my way back to end with a 5-1 in E minor. Get back to the tonic key pretty quickly. So we'll have this note D, but instead of treating it as a lower auxiliary note and going back, I'll treat it as a passing note and just keep going down. I'm aiming to get to a note G here. There we go. So there's our cadence point we've got there, because that's already sharpened because the key signature. So I've sort of wound my way gradually to G major, and I want to get straight back to E minor to get home to my final chord, but I do need to kind of ring the changes a little bit. So this is where we need to perhaps just get things moving a little bit. I know it's not going to be exceptionally lively, but I need to choose a little feature, and I think if I use this little feature here and sort of move that around sort of sequentially, make a little feature of this lower auxiliary note. So if I go to a B, I actually want to end on a low note E, and I'm going to end on a long note just so it sounds definitely finished. So if we have G, slow it down a little bit, F, E, that would be a nice finish. So actually that gives me stepwise movement down to that, sort of everything falling to a close. And if I just use the rhythm, that would work.